There we go.
Ready
Go
to
on.
roll?
Yep.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Progress Over Perfection podcast. And our first guest today is the one and only Yo people, what's popping? Christian. How you
Great,
doing, man?
great intro, bro. Yeah, I'm on.
Mate, doesn't he sound so professional?
Yeah, bro, fucking hell, reeled that off like no man's business.
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually
glad,
just
I'm glad you called it that because I say that to clients all the fucking time, man.
progress over perfection.
Yeah, man. The day you start trying to be perfect, fucking, you're gonna be disappointed a lot of the time.
Yeah. There's just no chances there at the end of the
No, tried it, get burnt out, standard.
day. End up doing 800 miles.
Correct.
Go on, Christian. Do you want to tell us what your weekend was like last week?
Oh, hectic. Had two bros on the Saturday. I had Michaela doing women's physique, and I still maintain I've not seen a leaner person in person.
Yeah.
In
I
my
can confirm.
fucking hell, man, she was peeled because she's not massive, so it's like we had to do that. And then when you see her up against Nadia, you're thinking, "Fuck, she's a unit." But she put on a fucking display of fucking condition. It was fucking sick.
And she could pose as well. She looked like she enjoyed every moment that she was up there as well. She posed like, yeah, she posed like she enjoyed it.
Yeah, which I was really worried about because it's been like a head wobble prep for sure.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, fucking out. Like the only day she never said through the whole prep she liked how she looked until the show, and I was like thinking, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, she looked fucking nails, man. She won a class, didn't take the overall, but the feedback is be bigger. So it's just like, well, we're,
Yeah.
we're doing the Euros anyway because she wants to do it. And their feedback was also try and come in leaner, and I'm like,
Fucking
Really?
serious.
but well, I can't do anything. I can't get her bigger. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
try.
can't she be that much leaner though?
I'm gonna.
Really?
I think I can get a dryer, which
Okay.
would appear
Yeah, yeah.
lean. So just gonna play around with a few bits, and then we had Rosie in figure, one novice, one height class, won the overall. Let's get it.
Perfect.
But like the annoying thing for both of us was like she's got a chronic illness. So when she gets ill, she is ill,
Mhm.
like bad, and gains a shed load of fluid, which when you want to manipulate fluid and sodium with someone that has to take fucking laxatives and shit, like to get
Yeah.
by, you can't do that.
Uh,
So we've had her looking better, which was annoying. But I mean, she's still in the overall, so that's fine.
yeah.
But she's going again for the Europeans as well. And
Awesome.
she's already better. So fingers crossed, no illness or fucking anything fucking weird. And then Sunday PCA had four in that. James Taylor in short bodybuilding came second. Looked great, good return to stage for him. Definitely the leanest he's ever been, but again, definitely going to be better for a couple of weeks' time. Louis Allen, tall bodybuilding, complete different person from last year. Thank fuck. Uh,
Huge.
yeah, but same body weight as last
Really,
year.
Really?
yeah.
Same body weight, but like twice as big and fucking twice as lean. That was a win for us to be fair. And he was really happy. So that's good. He goes again in 3 weeks. And then Rosie did figure, won her class, didn't get the overall. But when I saw the trained figure go,
Huge.
oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
She was a fucking unit. And like I think a lot of time in that trained class, well, no disrespect to anyone, but they look a bit old and run down a bit.
Mhm.
She looked great, man. She was sick. And then had Nathaniel, who owns the coach.
Yeah.
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 He did mention he got third, so I was pretty happy with that. He goes again in a week and a half in France, so that'd be cool as well.
Nice.
Busy guy.
Yeah, as you can tell, it was busy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? We should crack on
Um,
some of the questions.
yeah, let's go for it,
Right,
bro.
okay, cool. So the first question I want to ask, and this will help a lot of people out there. How did you become so confident to put yourself out there in social media? Because you are just you, aren't you, on social media, whereas other people, you can argue, try and be someone that they're not.
Yeah, like mate, I see it like every day. Just see like
Mhm.
that's not that person. Like I've met that person. That's not what they're like and stuff. To be honest, mate, I think it's like the working background that I had for sure before coaching. So for anyone who didn't know, I used to run bars, restaurants, nightclubs, hotels. you're meeting 1,000 people a week in these places, like they're fucking rammed. And you have to adapt personalities to them, all this sort of stuff, make these people tick, get them to fucking buy more. And that comes by talking to them. And I remember a role I had at a place, it was like fucking 1,000 capacity, and I was the GM there. And it was like the owners were like, right, you need to pretend that you own the place because we don't want people knowing we own the place. I was like, yeah, I can fucking do that. But that has to be, you've got to be confident.
Yeah.
And I think it just came from that because I had to be, because people were always coming over to talk. So it's like, right, I need to be bubbly or whatever. Because I know it looks like I'm super confident online, but I'm not deep down like that. But I had to act like that. And I think that's just stayed. And then went into like selling cars and stuff. Again, if you're not confident, you ain't selling shit.
Mhm.
So, you know, even if I had the worst car in the world in front of me to sell, I'm selling it, and I'm like, right, it's got no options on it, but it's got the air in the vehicle. That great. It's got a steering wheel, great, you know, and just tried to use that. And then I just think, because I've dealt with so many people over the years, I think that just brings confidence. But the whole like putting yourself on the camera and do it, because I know that anytime I have a business consult with someone, people are like, I don't like doing that. Like, yeah, I don't like doing it, but you wouldn't be able to tell because I have to just fucking put it on.
Yeah.
Because I think it becomes easier putting yourself out there when you know there's a comeback from it.
Yeah.
I know if I talk to the camera on Instagram, I get more reactions and I get more people replying. That sparks conversations. It doesn't mean they're going to go, hey, bro, I want you to coach me. But it immediately sparks conversation and chats and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, often I'll get an inquiry still on like DMs on Instagram. And the first thing I always do is look back and see how long we spoke for. Because you'll always recognize like a certain name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've that guy before. I took someone on a couple of months ago and we've been speaking for 7 years on Instagram.
Wow.
7 years to get them as a client. But if I hadn't done that, you know, legwork at the start, they're never going to come to you. Do you know what I mean? And I just think like making it sure that you're fucking top of the stories all the time, because, you know, anyone that's got a coach knows that a coach is going to drop the ball at some point. I want to be there first person I think of, thinking, oh, not getting on this guy anymore. Who can I go to? Oh, well, Christian's always at the top of stories. I'm always in the fucking mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think that I like interacting with people. So I know that if I put myself out there, I get more interaction to people. And that just comes from doing it. The confidence comes from just doing it over and over again.
Do you know what the two jobs you had, the selling the cars and the bar one? What's probably been the most like influential in your coaching?
Bars, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Because I knew if people liked me, I'd get more tips.
Okay.
And it was always a competition on the bar who could make the most of the night. And there'd be nights where I was doing like 150, 200 quid, which, you know, back then, I was
mental, isn't
fucking hell, you know, it was triple the fucking wage.
it?
I mean, we were getting paid fuck all, but I was just like, right, I know that if I'm a bit of a cheeky bastard and have a laugh with people, you know, I would be the guy that would be like, if they left 5p on the tip tray, I'd give it them back and say, fucking hell, mate, you need it more than me.
Yeah.
They'll normally get a note out and fucking leave that there. I'm like, yeah, that's better, mate. But they also knew if they did that, they'd get better service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there'd be 3 rows back and I'll be going, well, I know what his drink is. I'll pass it over and he'll just leave me the change. You know what I mean? 100% bars, man. And mate, I'd love to go back and do a shift.
I was gonna ask you, miss it?
Oh, I admit I don't miss a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like the hours, mate, was just like, you are just literally killing yourself. Like it was, but fucking hell, when I think back and the amount of the good times you had, I mean, it's normally with the staff, like you're having a good night and stuff. And, you know, certain nights you'd be getting absolutely fucking battered on the bar at the same time as serving. And it was a right laugh, man.
Yeah.
Love it. But I think I say I'd like to go back and do a shift, but then I'd be getting absolutely slammed because like I couldn't keep up for these days. No chance.
No.
That kind of leads into one of my questions. I think like you obviously had to become, or you was a people person to serve at the bar. Is that a skill you've always had, or is that something you developed doing them jobs?
I think, to be fair, I get it from my dad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's ever met my dad, he is the loudest person in the fucking room all the time. He gets on with anyone. It's always a laugh. And like, And then like at school, like people are like, oh, your dad's Paul Chapman. Oh yeah, he's a laugh, he is. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he'd been in sales, he's been in sales for like, 50, 60 years. Like he's just done that. So I think developing that through there for sure. And again, just more doing it over time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All it is. 100%. Like anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the biggest influence on that, 100%. Like without a doubt, like still now, like if I'm having trouble with stuff or business or whatever, he's the first person to speak to.
Has he probably been like the most impactful person then?
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Because like I've always watched my dad like work for himself, and I used to say like growing up, like when I was in jobs, like fucking shit jobs I fucking hated. I was like, I wanted to go in business with my dad doing something, but we just didn't know what.
Yeah.
And he'd always say, mate, there's a million other people trying to think of the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But he said something will come, but you just don't know what it is yet. And then when I found this, he was the one to push me like leave your job.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like him and Cal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because I'm a bit, to be fair, I'm like my dad as well, because my dad's pretty cautious. And so am I really, like, spending X or Y or Z on something like scares the shit out of me. Because I just think, oh, when's this going to end or whatever. But I think I remember when before COVID hit, I was like, right, I want to hit 50 clients this year and then I'll leave. But when I think back now, like I could not have done a full-time job and 50 clients.
No.
Because when I first got 50 clients was in COVID, and I remember being with my dad and I was like, mate, I can't keep this up. Like this is killing me.
Mm.
And he was like, well, there's the limitation of your business. You either charge more money or get better at dealing with it. And then I think it was in like 4 weeks. I was like, oh man, yeah, this 50 clients is easy now. I can do 60. Got to 60, shit myself. Did the same thing,
Yeah.
honed it for a bit, got to 70, honed it for a bit. And then by the time COVID was done, it was like they called me back into work. And I was like, I'm not coming back in. I've got 85 clients, so see you later.
Definitely.
And yeah, it's just been that ever since. But yeah, my dad's always been like he still does a lot of stuff in the business for me because he's retired. So he handles a lot of stuff that I don't understand.
Fair enough.
Like normally who have I got to send money to for fucking tax and shit?
It's nice though that like he's obviously gone down a completely different road, but the same kind of like personality and mindset you both got just worked for both avenues you've gone down.
Yeah, 100%. Like his personality got him by in life, 100%, because
Yeah.
he's got no qualifications whatsoever. Technically, like, A levels, bro. I got a C, a D, and an E. You
It's not
know,
too far off me, that. To be fair.
I'm not the brightest spark, like when it comes to, you know what it is? It's like it's learning about stuff I don't want to learn about. I just
Yeah.
won't. But if it's something like bodybuilding, well, I fucking know everything there is that you need to know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's because it interests me. And teachers always said, you'll just get by on your personality in life, don't worry about it. It's like, sounds.
Yeah, that's cool. And I
Yes.
think the fact you've led into that, it just speaks such a bigger message, isn't it? Because like Ali said at the start, so many people try and like copy or will follow the way someone else has done something. When I've heard you say it before, it's like your own personality is like you're unique. It's
Yeah.
your edge. It's what you've got on everyone else.
Yeah, like look, every single one of us in this industry, no one's doing anything revolutionary in
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
We all tell people what to eat, how much cardio to do, how much drugs to take, whatever. Like the only big difference is like, do you like the person or not?
Yeah.
I don't want to work with someone I don't like.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I've learned that, right, I've got quite, not everyone's going to like my personality, but quite a likable personality. I need to fucking hammer that
Yeah.
because I ain't got a Olympia winning physique. Fucking, I ain't even got a regional winning physique. Do you know what I mean? So I know that I can't hammer that side, really. I just have to rely on, luckily now, results and, experience and stuff. But at the start, it was just pump out personality because that's all I had.
Yeah. No, I think that's so cool. Like it's almost as if, like you say, you played into that just communication aspect of coaching in the sense of you still been able to get like overalls, pro card wins, just being able to communicate and get relatability from clients to get them to adhere to everything you say. It's really
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, for sure. And like, look, that again, like if you speak from like client experience, someone like James Taylor, and he won't mind me saying that, it's like his biggest struggle is his head
Mhm.
and sticking at it. And the way we've got through it is by talking every day for fucking months. So that it's like, no one's prep is the fucking same.
Yeah.
There's some people you can push them hard and it doesn't make a fucking difference. And then you push some people hard and it's like, I can't do this. So it's a case of, right, how many days do you reckon you can do? Right, I've got 4 low days in me. Cool, let's get these 4 low days done. We'll do a high day. Cool. Oh, I can work to that knowing I've got that. Cool. Has a high day. Granted, if you come after me one day of a fucking low day and say I can't do it, I'm gonna say fucking buckle up, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it got in there. And if there wasn't that communication, he would have just gone off and fucked the whole thing off.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So you just need to, I think learning to communicate with different kind of people, not just having one set way. Like I know a lot of coaches are like, right, no, this is what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, their plan will work. It's not rocket science. It will work, but will the person actually be able to get there? Probably not.
It's a good point that.
Yeah.
It's like adaptive for that person you have in front of you as opposed to your stereotypical do this process, follow this periodization.
Yeah, like I have to speak to everyone different because like some people can take the tough love and some people need to be fucking, have the handheld and that's fine. They're both paying the wages.
Yeah.
Just kind of be like, right, I can probably get away with saying this or I can't get away with saying that, but I'll probably think about it before I do it.
But you've had to work with loads of people though, haven't you, to sort of work out the personalities to then actually understand how you can speak to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, but then that also leads us back to how I used to speak to people in bars because I would quickly learn, right, I can't say that to that massive guy because he's going to lean over the bar and chin me.
Did you ever get into trouble?
Oh, fucking all the time, bro.
Well, I had to ask that one, yeah. But
oh, mate, I can remember one story vividly because it ended up in like a bit of a fight. I was in a bad mood anyway.
Fucking hell.
I was working this bar in like the centre of Brum, and it was a really like prestigious place to go back in the day. Like, bro, I was there probably like 12 years ago, and like a double vodka Red Bull was 12 quid.
Fucking hell.
So it was fucking expensive back then. And people were like, some people were rude, man, standard because they've got money.
Yeah.
And a guy came up to the bar, and he was a big lump, to be fair. And I was just fat, but just hid it well. And he just pointed behind me at the fridge and was just like, Sol. And I was like, yeah, what about it? And he was like, Sol. I was like, what the fuck do you say when you want something? And he was like, what the fuck are you on about, bro? Just get me a fucking drink. And I had the drink in my hand and I just fucking slammed it on the floor. And I was like, you say fucking please, bro? And just lost my shit. And then all the bartenders were coming over, like trying to hold me back from going over the bar. The doormen are coming, chairs start flying. Oh, but just say please, innit?
Yeah. No, it's like manners go for a long way for me. It's like I hate them. No, like one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're driving and you let someone past and they don't say fucking thank you.
Worst.
Oh, fucking.
I'm going back around them and then break. Take back.
It's not fucking hard. Just put your hand up.
Yeah, and that goes into clients as well. Man. Like you're always going to put a little bit extra into the people that actually really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like I think I might have heard you say this in a podcast once though. It's like when you send them the loom and they watch it within like the first half an hour, they're fucking bought in. But when they watch it the next day, it's like, fuck's sake.
Oh, man, I have some people and it's like I've sent it and it's within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And like that guy is literally that's made his week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like I like check-ins to be like that. Like I don't want people to like fucking dread the check-in.
Yeah.
Even if they've had a shitter,
Yeah. Right. I've got one for you. So you're obviously ridiculously busy, but you also look like you have a bit of a life as well. Like you like to go, you travel and like to go to places. How do you manage both?
Because I didn't do it for 4 years.
Okay.
That's what I think anyway. I think for like I left my job 4 years ago last month, and
Fucking hell.
it's only been this year where I've really been like, right, I'm going to start living a little bit. Last year was obviously a little bit more. The year before that, a little bit less.
Yeah.
But I remember saying to my dad when I quit my job, I was like, man, I'm going to have to work 7 days a week to make this work at the start. And I don't care how long that takes to get it to a point where it kind of not manages itself, because unfortunately the business is you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to run it. Like there's no one helping. And I think like I've had over X amount of clients for 4 years straight. I can do check-ins with my eyes closed. It's just second nature. And because I'm so routine with it, I start them at the same time. I try to finish at the same time every day so that I then have free time that, today I went to the driving range, hit a few balls because, I had an hour and a half spare. Cool. Everyone who's peaking for this weekend, they know what they're doing,
Yeah.
free, sweet. But more so like, because I know what you're referring to. I've been away a lot this year.
Mate, it was more the fact of like, I know how busy you are,
Yeah.
but it's also the ability to be able to, do check-ins away, but also like look like you actually have a life as well, because some people they get caught up so much where they don't go away, and
Yeah.
that's unhealthy.
Well, I did that and
Yeah.
realized, fucking hell, this ain't healthy.
Hmm.
Because I'd be burning out every other month. And the thing is with the going away and stuff, anyone that you ever talk to that says, well, what do you do for a living? And you say, oh, I work online, I have an online business. Oh, cool. That means you can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
And my answer was like, yeah, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I think before, mate, it was probably more of a fear of like missing meals or bodybuilding and shit.
Yeah.
I've quickly realized I ain't a good bodybuilder, even if I do put 110%. I'm never going to be amazing. So it's just like, right, I'll put everything into work then. And you can do this job anywhere in the world, and when we do go away, and Georgie's literally the same, she's in the same boat. She has pretty much the same amount of clients as me, has an app as well, and fucking all this other shit. The first thing we do when we get up is work.
Yeah.
So the routine don't change.
Yeah.
But the amount of sleep might if you're in Ibiza or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like you might be doing them on 2 hours of sleep, but it's a non-negotiable. Like we just have to do it. So being around her definitely helps because she eases my anxiety around that for sure.
Is
Yeah.
that because she's very similar in regards to like you're both very, very busy? So
Yeah.
it's sort of like you both know it's okay to feel X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
cool.
Like we know if we're going away, work still comes first.
Yeah.
But there is something different about being in a different country, man, that I just feel more relaxed, more chilled. And I do feel like even though I'm still working, I'm having downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it does sometimes look like, oh, you've got a lot of free time as well, and you also have a life. That's because I get this done first.
Yeah.
Don't have distractions, man, in the morning. It's like the most important thing to me in my life right now is check-ins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, mate, I don't know about you, but if I go and train in the afternoon, and let's say an overseas client has checked in whilst you're at the gym, it takes me an hour to do one when I go back from the gym.
Mm.
I'm so fucking trashed.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm just sat looking at the screen, not doing anything. It happens all the time. So I like to be like, right, these are the hours that I do them. Get it done. I also think working 2 o'clock works and helps your efficiency because I know what time I can get done by. And it's like,
Yeah.
right, try and do that again. Granted, some days are different because, off the back of a weekend when people are competing, every single competitor the next day is, right, what's the plan?
Yeah.
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 Can we have a phone call? I'm just like, I mean, yeah, you can, but I'm literally going to say what I've already said to you yesterday, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think just again, time doing it. I've done 100+ check-ins a week for 4 years. It becomes second nature.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people say, oh, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. Yeah, because you haven't done it for 4 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just time in the game. That's the only difference over it. And at the same time, some people can't actually do that. And that's okay, that you know where your limitation is. You know what I mean? I always think a limitation is ever changing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like when people say, oh, what's the max amount of clients? I don't know because I haven't hit that point.
Still
But
finding
granted,
out.
I've hit points where I burn out quicker and I need a break.
Mhm.
But the next time I burn out, it's longer. Do you know what I mean? And I also think like when people say, "Oh, you're not allowed to burn out, man," like you got to look after number one and all that sort of stuff. I think you do have to know where the limit is.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's like every though, isn't it? Even like you revolve back to training and things like that. It's like you need to know the limits is before you know you can't lift that.
Yeah, I've been going in to try and do some of my normal numbers the past couple of weeks, and
No, near it.
I can get it up. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
yeah, it's not hopefully.
But my endurance is awful.
Yeah.
Next day, it feels like someone's ran over me and then put it in reverse and ran over me again. Like I am trashed this week. But that's again, you got to find that limit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think people are scared to do that both in training and in business.
Mm.
Just in life in general, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think it goes to show the message there as well. It's like, regardless of the location, the priorities they're always still the same. It's not as if you go away, then the priority changes to, oh, lifestyle. It's like the priority sticks and just the location changes and what you do in that spare hours in a different place.
Yeah. And I think, mate, I've been like super self-conscious of Instagram, like, because mate, we've probably been away fucking 10 times this year. And it's like, I know how that looks online and it don't look great. And I
Yeah.
think I need to like, I've got to do it in secret. But I just feel like saying, yo, everyone, talk to my clients because
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, even in a different country, because it's the same.
But also, like Christian, people who know you, they know you work fucking hard and they know you're not going there. It's like Cal Raystrick's the same, isn't he? Like
Yeah.
fucking here, there, and everywhere in countries, but you know he crafts. So it's like, but also like, it's also cool to see, like from my perspective,
Yeah.
like the hard work and you're still working out there, you can get an awesome result, and then the results at the end of the game.
Yeah. And I definitely like, mate, especially before meeting G, I'd lost my kind of like life mode.
Yeah,
Like it was just living to work.
Mm.
Because now I definitely, if I did a reel on it, then I definitely work to live now
yeah,
because I've seen fucking so much more enjoyment out of my life this year. Like, G just introduced me into like the rave scene. Like
yeah,
I used to do when I was like fucking 18, sober as anything because I was just like, no, not touching anything like that sort of stuff. Now I just feel like, oh man, it's such like a release when I go to these places and it's like I think the first time this year where I really realized it, we're in London and it was a Sunday anyway, so I have a Sunday off. But we're in this place. I had no signal whatsoever. It was middle of the day. No one could talk to me, and I had the best day ever.
It also
Like
probably makes you appreciate work more as well. Then
100%. Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome. I'm going to go for the next one. So just from speaking to you on the call, like you seem as if you've never bent your own like morals to fit other people. Like you've always been kind of like, this is the way that I am. I'm never ever going to change that. And I think it's so common, like we said, that people will change the way that they act, change the way that they put things across. How have you always kept so like, this is me, this is who I am, I'm never changing, like accept me for who I am?
I think because I realized like it worked. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I know that like my personality is decent because when you speak to others and it's like, oh, don't get on with that guy, don't get on with that guy. I'm like, oh man, I'll get on with everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
If I see people at shows, I'm straight over, talk to anyone, even if I think the guy's a bit of a dick. Like, I'll always make an effort because I want to be seen as, oh, he's a sound guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And I am like, I'm definitely self-conscious of that. Like, you hear shit about coaches every day. I don't ever want anyone to be able to say shit. You know what I mean? Granted, that's not entirely possible. Everyone's got a fucking opinion, right? But like, I just think because it's worked, I need to keep doing that. And then anytime I've met people in person, oh, bro, you're exactly like what you're like online. I'm like, that's the whole fucking point. And I don't want to, like, there's certain aspects of my personality I don't fucking like, but those certain aspects probably aren't going to be put on Instagram.
yeah.
I mean, it's always a highlight reel, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Awesome,
think it goes to show, like you put your ego aside as well. Like you said, there may be some people that you don't 100% like, but you're still going to speak to them. You're still going to interact. Whereas I feel like so many people let egos get in the way. They're like, oh, because that client placed here, oh, that they done better. Do you know what I mean? There's a massive ego involved with it.
Yeah, and
Especially in
it's like,
bodybuilding.
yeah, especially in bodybuilding, and it's just like we all do the same fucking job, man. We should just get along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there is a reason why, like, a lot of the top coaches in the UK get along because they're good people. Normally,
Yeah.
the ones that you aren't getting along with are just fucking shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, they're jealous or what? I don't fucking know. Like, there isn't anything to be fucking jealous of, like, at all. It's like, yeah, this has gone quite well, and I want to get it better, and that's just come from like fucking grafting all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
But if I'm at a show, like, yeah, I want to just get on with people, and we should because we're all doing the same fucking job. And there's going to be times where, Cal, you get an ex-client of mine come to you, I won't give a fucking shit.
Yeah.
Go and do it, fucking smash it, because that's what happens. People move.
Yeah. I
It's the
love
same
that.
in any business, any service-based business. People can go elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Let them go, man. Like, cool, bro. Let me know how it goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
you pick up
awesome.
anything from them, fucking let me into the secret, bro. That DHB protocol really working.
Right, okay, I'll ask the last one. So, what's the end goal?
Mate, I've been asked this so many times. And I always say the same answer is it's like, I don't even know what I'm working towards.
But do you have like some things that you want to achieve? Like, do you want to live in a certain place? And we know you love your cars. Is there a certain car that you want to try and get?
Well, I bought that and now I'm trying to sell it.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah. It's a case of don't meet your childhood heroes, I think.
Ah,
Unusable on the road, man. It just makes it unenjoyable. So I definitely want to go somewhere abroad and like buy somewhere and just like live there like 6 months of the year or something.
okay.
No, nothing like fucking crazy. I don't want to go fucking Dubai. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah, with you on that one.
I'd just go like Spain, man, or like Gran Canaria or something. You know, the way of life's easy. It's good year it's good weather most of the year. There's good gyms. There's good people. They like to have a siesta. I like to have a siesta, you know. I definitely like to tick that off. I think, to be fair, me and Gia spoke about it quite a lot for next year. Maybe like just go and live in Ibiza for a bit. But
Oh, boss.
I don't know how to go. But I think it would get old pretty quick. But you're not going to be fucking partying every night when you go, because when you go for 5 days, you are going to party.
Yeah.
If you're going to live there for a bit, you know, you fucking pick your times, don't you? But yeah, in terms of life, just, you know, keep ticking off cool things, keep traveling, keep seeing different places, keep actually enjoying my life because I want to enjoy it.
Is there any place you want to go to?
No,
No.
I think I'm like, you know, when you find somewhere you like, I just keep going.
All right, okay.
I think it's just routine thing. It's
Yeah.
like know where everything is,
Know what you get.
you know what I mean? But yeah, there's nowhere on the list where I'm like, oh my God, we really want to go to what's that fucking place? Really romantic, far away. You go there if you're going on a honeymoon and shit.
Maldives.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to go there just to experience it. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
In terms of like work and stuff, like I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, man, but at a higher level. I think this year's been like a proper. I've got some really good fucking athletes in terms of competing wise. You know, people that are on the brink of a pro card and stuff like that. And I also thought that was what I really wanted, and I thought, oh, that'd be sick. But it also brings such a different amount of pressure, I think, because everyone's watching them and they're expecting them to do well, and they know that I coach them, and if they don't do well, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Like
you thrive in that pressure as well, though.
yeah, 100%. Like I definitely, you know, even with like someone like Ben, like, you know, he could get a men's physique pro card at a show. It's just got to be the right one.
Yeah.
And it's like I've definitely approached his prep like retardedly meticulous.
Yeah.
Just you know, he's checked in every day since pretty much the start of prep.
Awesome.
Because I want to know everything. It's not everyone needs that, but I was very conscious of how like previous preps had gone for him and kind of got a little bit out of hand stuff. Like I just needed to be on him like from the start. But yeah, I definitely thrive under pressure from it, but I also get major anxiety with it.
How do you deal with that anxiety then? Or how will you deal with it?
I don't like, to be fair, like last weekend was like I didn't deal with it well.
Okay.
Normally it's just I talk to people and that kind of calms me down. But there was no amount of person that could have calmed me down this weekend because it was just, everyone has a shot.
Yeah.
Doing well. And it was just wanted to plan out in the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah.
Which is impossible with bodybuilding because you don't know who's fucking going to be there.
No, but Joe's quite cool the way you speak now. It's like you obviously care loads. You can just tell in the tone of your voice, like how much you care.
Yeah, I do, man. Like because I want them to come to me and say, fucking hell, bro, we fucking smashed that.
Yeah.
Like, sick. Or like someone that's, you know, a randomer, fucking hell, you coach him, man, he fucking killed it. That's the best he's ever looked and all sorts of stuff. Like I do get off on like, you know, a bit of, you know, what's the
like
word?
Ego stroking kind of thing.
Like an affirmation of just being like, man, you're doing well here. Like, keep going.
Yeah.
So like that's always been a thing for me, is like I think a lot of people think that Christian, he's in it for the money and all this sort of stuff or whatever. No, it's just came along from I wanted to just do really well at something. When I sold cars, bro, yeah, you get commission. I didn't really care about it. It was like if my boss went, mate, good work there, good sale that was, I'd be like, fuck yeah, buzzing, man.
Yeah.
So like if a client comes to me and says, man, you smashed this prep for me, all sorts of stuff, that gives me a massive sense of like achievement.
Yeah, love
And
that.
it's a bonus that you get paid for it. You know what I mean?
It's awesome. I love that.
Thanks, bro. Trying to give some good answers here, bro.
Mate, the boss answers, mate.
Yeah, it just shows a deeper reason, doesn't it? It's not. It's like this. It's beyond just like, as you said, the result. It's like you want to feel good from it. They want to feel good from the prep process. It's like there's so much more to it than just sign up for coaching. There's your plan. You know, it's so
Yeah.
much. But
I don't think I could deal with like if someone said, "Oh, you've let me down here, bro." Like
yeah,
that would absolutely kill me.
Yeah.
And that's another reason for the checking same time every day, no matter what, is because I don't want someone to think he used to be way more efficient than that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to ever be able to slate the service ever. Because again, on top of like the personality, the service is something I can control.
Mm.
And it's like I can't let it slip because I hear that too much in the industry of being like, yeah, man, I used to be on it and now it's a day. And I've never had a day where it's like that. Because I can't let it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense.
Because I have to rely on that, bro, for people staying.
Yeah. Well, retention's the easiest way to grow your business, isn't it?
Yeah, more people talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like if someone goes, fucking hell, you've been with him for 3 years. Well, he must be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Else he'll go somewhere else. And because there's so many coaches now and so many choices, you gotta keep it up
Yeah.
because you can just go anywhere now.
I think all your clients are testimonial to that as well. And obviously, you see like Tim and Tom doing extremely well under you as well. It's like it's feeding down. So yeah, it's awesome what you built.
They've fucking killed it. But at the same time, it's like, I've coached Tom for 2 years. I've coached Tim on and off. Like they know the process, man. So
Yeah.
I know that I can trust them because they're literally the same.
Mm.
That's a big element, though, isn't it? The trust aspect of it.
I think back now and it's like if I had to think of like adding more coaches, I don't know where I'd start.
Yeah.
But I also don't want any more at the minute. I'm happy with the little bubble we've got and everything's going well. They're the busiest they've been. Tim's putting some fucking freaks on stage as
Yeah.
usual. And always peeled. Like sometimes I'm scratching my head with some of my clients. I'm like, Tim, you got any advice here, mate?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because he just brings in everyone absolutely fucking skin, man. He's got a skill, man, for sure.
It's awesome. I think that's all questions.
Yeah, pretty much it. Done and dusted, I think.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, Christian. I think you gave us some deep insights there, which is awesome. And I don't know if Ali's got anything else, but yeah, thank you from me.
No, just a big thank you again. It's nice to see. It's nice because I know what you're like. It's nice for you to talk about it on here.
Yeah, we've known each other fucking me, bro.
Mate, that's actually so that's what I want to say because I've seen you do a post about it. When's the Carbcast back?
When's the what?
When's the podcast back?
Oh,
Don't give me some bad news.
the Carbs Cast. It's
Yeah.
out.
Oh, is it out?
Yeah, but
You
it's
haven't
on,
got a link yet?
he had to upload it on OPD.
Okay.
Oh, right.
You know the one with Austin Stout?
Yeah.
It's just called Carbs Cast is back. We are going to do one every month.
Oh, perfect.
Bro, oh, you'll love it, man. It was good.
Mate, I think that was like it was pre-lockdown, wasn't it? Or just the start of lockdown when it really, really took off.
Pre-lockdown, yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. I can remember you used to listen to that on my walk.
Yeah, we hadn't done one since 2022.
Oh,
That's
That's
one.
mad.
Oh,
long
man,
time, hasn't it?
to be fair, when we were recording it, I was like, oh man, it just feels like old times with Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
Good times, man.
Just still keep in contact with them loads? Like, just still speak to them?
Not loads, but like enough.
Yeah,
Joe's quite keeps himself to himself, kind of
Yeah.
like, which I get. I mean, me and Matt Strong, we probably talk every day.
yeah. That's cool.
And Gareth does George's account, so I speak to him when they're on the call and stuff like that. Don't think there's anyone else, was there? Physique Collective? That was it, wasn't it?
It's one of them though, isn't it? Like when you build up good relationships, you just keep them, don't you? You don't have to
Yeah.
speak every single day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still in the Physique Collective group chat.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's
So
fast.
just like to keep up with the gossip, really. That's about it.
That's all you want to know anyway. Right,
Yeah.
guys, I'll end that there.